Have you ever heard of Fisher's Knight, Botvinnik's Bishop, or Kasparov's Octopus Knight? These are all iconic concepts that didn't come from the sky. Yo, hi everyone, Hashim is here. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about chess pattern recognitions for beginners book. This book breaks down a lot of middle game concepts that have been used by some of the greatest chess players, making them easier to understand and you can easily apply them in your games. So, if you think you are a little bit weak in the middle game phase, this video is just for you. So what is this book all about? This book is designed to help beginners and intermediate players to recognize important chess patterns, especially in the middle game. The idea here is simple. Instead of memorizing moves, the book teaches you to spot patterns frequently in real games. And once you have these patterns down, you will start making better decisions during your matches. Of course, in this video, I'm not gonna explain the whole book as it is 300 pages and there's so many concepts. So it's a recommendation for beginners and intermediate level players to actually give this book a read. Some of the concepts that cover in the book: the power of positioning the rook on the 7th rank. This is one of the most effective way to pressure your opponent, often leading to a decisive material gain, or forcing them into a passive position. Or for example, we can talk about Botvinnik's Bishop, how controlling key diagonals with a well-placed bishop can dominate the game. Botvinnik was really famous of this strategy and the book explains it beautifully. And here's an example. It's a game that was played between Magnus Carlsen and Wesley So in the in the St. Louis Cup in 2017. So we reached this position basically and Wesley So played e5. Now Magnus played rook b8. The idea is to take here, so you can take here because I will take back basically. Anyway, so he's supported by playing bishop f4 and Magnus took here. Now the thing is, Magnus is up a pawn, but Wesley is gonna get it back. How he's gonna do this? By takes, and after rook takes, queen takes, bishop takes, c takes, queen takes d6. Okay, if I return my pawn, the knight is stuck, he can't move because it's pinned. I'm gonna win a piece basically, no? That's wrong, because there's a rook on the 2nd rank, and as well I got queen e2 threatening check and checkmate. Or sorry, check and checkmate. So Wesley had to go back, he can't take the knight anymore. And after that, the game continued. Wesley played this move, and now the rook like made us proud all. Like the rook finished the job, and now Magnus played rook b1 after takes. Now I'm threatening the pawn. You can't basically play a3 because I have this idea. Now you have to play king g2, and this is quite filthy pin. He played here, Wesley So, and now Magnus took queen here, knight e5, and basically Wesley So resigned the game here. So a rook on the 7th rank is deadly. Now let's jump into the Botvinnik fearsome bishop. The idea of this concept is to place a bishop in a weak square and supported by a pawn, even though 2 pawns sometimes. But anyway, this is a game that was played between Fabiano Caruana and Sergei Karyakin. Both of them were like 2780, something like this. So it was a Petrov game. Now let's analyze this quickly. Sergei Karyakin, he had like a weaker pawn structure, I would say, damaged pawn structure. So Fabi decided to play bishop g4, trade some pieces. He thought that this was a forced trade, because if he moved the bishop anywhere else, he can't move it. That's what he thought, and there's a rook behind him. But little does he know that Sergei Karyakin knows about the Botvinnik fearsome bishop. So what Karyakin did is bishop takes on d5, and after takes, and queen f7 for queen c7, pick here, because he would lose the queen. So he played rook c4, so he played c4, supporting everything. The bishop is now in a perfect square. For me, this bishop worth like at least 6 pawns. It's perfectly squared, it's perfectly positioned in a weak square, center of the board, and everything is looking good for me. Karyakin decided to simplify the position because I got the g6 idea, which is quite crucial, and basically continued, and he won the game. You can't take here because there's a rook, and a6 with b6 idea is winnable. So you have to place the king on c7, for example, and now black on now what's known as Zugzwang. That's it. So that is the Podfinik fearsome. There's so many other concepts, as I told you in the intro, like Fisher's Knight, Kasparov's Octopus Knight, and other concepts on pawn structures and how to actually recognize patterns during a middle game. Honestly, as a chess player, I found this book really helpful. It simplified a lot of patterns that I have seen in my games, but didn't understand fully how to use. The examples provided really clicked with me, especially with a concept like center supremacy from chapter 11 and the aggressive flank attack in chapter 16. If you are a beginner or intermediate level players or even a pro sometimes, and you're looking forward to improve your middle game without getting bogged down by too much theory, this book is perfect for you. Again, it focuses on recognizing patterns more than memorizing moves. So you are learning how to think about positions and adapt based on what you see on the board. However, if you are an advanced player, some concepts might feel a bit basic, but even then, it serves a great fresher. This book focuses mainly on old games and analyze them and highlights the concept specific game. One thing I would have liked more are practical exercises. As Hikaru says, the best way to recognize pattern is to solve a lot of puzzles. So I would have loved if the author put more puzzles in the book. If you are someone who learned through problem solving, you might want to supplement this book with a lot of puzzles based on a concept you just learned. Overall, Chess Pattern Recognition is a great book if you are looking forward to improve your middle game play. The chapters are well structured, the examples are clear, and it focuses on concepts that could truly transform how you approach chess. If you are serious about taking the game to the next level, I highly recommend to read this. Have you ever read this book or any other chess books? Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, thank you all for watching. It was a quick and spontaneous one about chess book. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you back later. Bye bye.